Mike.
A man, Lord, Machiavelli production. Notorious M.A.D. Lil Chad and Slender Dad vibing straight bustin' no cap. Friday night screen lit fame hitting our lap. Culture thick, no yeet from the trap. YouTube grind, minds locked in so we adapt. Brahma bull cackling loud, bourbon on the rocks. Scheming like the GOAT. Comedy unlocks, mad shit smoke, cold as ice, won't fold. YouTube legend verdicts drip sharp like a judge's code. Skirt, skirt that, skirt, tat that. Ascending crew, let's get it. Stack them racks, laughs hit diffy. Dumb fates can't match these facts. Popcorn, popping chill vibes, brew sipping slow. Prime time screens live, we slap, we glow. Now that we're pulling up clean, double the cup of the lean. Shit supreme from the H to the Bay. Third ward holding it down. Crew lights the fuse, blazing wild, no snooze. Voices boom loud, screens popping, set the cruise. Grind levels up, shine hits, claim that juice. Rise quick, savage, laughter high, can't lose. Put a skirt that. Skirt tat that. We here to break the mold, eat the basic behind. With tales that slap and laughter intertwined. A quest to marvel where drip defies. In this lit realm, only passion flies. Skirt, skirt that. Skirt tat that. A sinning squad goes hard, blazing trails we pursue. Laughs hit like heat, dumb vibes getting cooked anew. Popcorn lit, locking tight, roll swift, no lack. Prime stream zooms, global tat, we stack. Skirt, skirt that, skirt tat that. OM's here, yo.
Yeah, he is, because it's Halloween. And it's Imp's spooky night. Ooh.
It's actually just Imp's day off, that's all
It's
it is.
Imp's day off, that too. Oh, and just to forewarn the audience, due to time zone differences, around Brahma's might be maybe picking up screaming children for all the craziness he has going on in his house.
Yes, because my wife likes to put out all the robotic, animatronic, all that kind of crap. So there's jumping spiders, lots of things that make noise, and lots of things that scare kids.
Well, as it should be.
Yeah.
As one does on Halloween.
Although that wasn't agreed upon on Wednesday.
Like you had an argument with your wife about it?
No, on the Christian panel.
Oh, okay.
Where Slender was.
Yes.
Yeah, he represented our show very well. So
I mean, I was representing too.
I think me and Brahma may have. What would you say? We were the contrarian voices.
I mean,
Yeah, well, I'm Carrie. I don't think Carrie agreed with them as much as she agreed with us, but I don't know.
I mean, you've got people who I think some people take Halloween, like being religious and Halloween, a little too far. They probably are the people who give out toothpaste instead of candy.
Ugh, lame.
Ugh, lame.
Meanwhile, that very night, I was playing Ghost Watchers with Imp and Smokey, and we're throwing down Ouija boards and demon daggers and everything else, and I'm like, ooh, that guy would not like this.
No, he would not.
Praying we got the nun as the entity, no less.
Yeah, we were trying real hard to get the nun because we hadn't got the nun yet, and she does. She looks just like the nun out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
No copyright infringement, though.
And
No,
it makes you say a prayer.
Well, she makes you repeat words in Latin.
Well, that's good.
I don't know if
Latin.
3 words can really be considered a prayer.
That's what it was listed as.
Well,
3 words isn't quite, wouldn't really be a full prayer.
Did you have Imp do it?
it's you don't get a choice. You basically, everyone inside the building gets locked into an area. The words appear on the wall, and you have to select the words as she says them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it was me once or twice. I think it was Imp once or twice. I think Smokey got in on that.
Actually, I don't think Smokey did.
No, the nun does not look cute. The nun looks freaking horrifying. She's got like the pupilless eyes, the really sunken, pale skin. She floats around with her arms or her hands clasped together in front of her.
The Conjuring nun.
Yeah, the Conjuring nun.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not sure which nun Josh was thinking of, but yeah, it's the Conjuring nun is what
Yeah.
they're saying.
No, nothing cute about her.
No. There's nothing cute about any of the entities in that game.
See, now I'm going through the Rolodex. Well, the kid's kind of cute. The little kid with the gas mask.
Yeah, well, nothing like a kid in a World War I full head gas mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, that's a ripoff from Doctor Who.
There's ripoffs from everything.
Yeah.
They're all ghosts that are from somewhere else.
I know, I'm just giving the context on where that is from. That one is from one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes.
Like
'Cause
another one is the
little-
puppet. It
little
looks
kid
like
in
a
the gas
wooden
mask.
mannequin.
Just walks around going, "Are you my mommy?"
Another one is the what is it? The Kuchisake?
Yeah, the Kuchisake Onna, or Split Mouth Woman.
Yeah. And she walks up and asks you if she's beautiful, and you tell her no, and she's not happy about it.
So I did want to start. I thought it would be fun to look at some of the Halloween costumes that have been posted lately today, and I'm going to start with one that I bookmarked because Slender on the Christian panel, you were talking about the tendency to slutify everything for Halloween, and this is Kendall Jenner decided to make slutty Jessie from Toy Story.
I mean,
And I wanted
technically all chaps are assless.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? That'd be a lot of fun in the bedroom, but I don't think it has any place in Halloween.
Yeah, it's typically college.
Now, what about the fact that it's like specifically making a slut version of a
Children's
movie
character. That's the part that's weird. Especially since, like, the problem becomes the internet itself, right? The internet has sorting algorithms. What if a kid wants to be Jessie for Halloween and they do a search? This probably got a lot of traffic. It's probably going to pop up at the top of the search or close to the top.
I counter that with typically it's the parents buying costumes for kids, little kids.
For little kids, sure. But, I mean, even little kids, like 4 and 5, know how to use Google nowadays.
If they're using Google, they're finding a lot worse than this.
I know, but...
So I shit you not, tonight I'm giving out candy, and these two girls come up, and they can't be more than like probably 8 and 9. They're like friends or sisters or whatever. They're wearing Dallas Cowboys cheerleader costumes. And they're wearing the like booty short costume version of it,
Yeah, that's...
including like tights and the boots. And I'm looking at the mom. I'm like, "Here, happy Halloween, take candy." And then I see the mom coming up, and I'm like, "You are terrible."
That's where you're like, hold on, I got something special, and you bring them out with 2 full bath towels, and... No, I'm not giving you candy. Cover your ass. You can keep those.
People make weird decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the idea of telling other parents how to parent.
Yes, you do.
Not in the specific context. Like,
Here's the thing. I will never tell other parents how to parent, but I'll think real hard that they're not doing a good job.
Like, this mom was... I was like, "Look, are you related to Jean-Benet Ramsey? Because it seems like this is the route you're trying to get your girls to go down. It's terrible." I mean...
No, I'm not giving you treats. The tricks are already here. Now get off my porch.
The only thing I did where I was probably overstepping parental, like, parenting another person's kid tonight. One kid who is dressed as Iron Man, probably around 7 years old, comes up, gets the candy, then runs out of my driveway right into the street And there's still cars coming. This is, like, this
Right.
is, the street's not closed. And so I yelled, "Get out of the street. Get back on the sidewalk." And
On the flip
Yeah.
of that coin, though, if you're in a neighborhood like yours and you're driving, you should be driving real slow.
well, it was but the thing is, it got very dark very early tonight. And
Yes, Chad, with all
there's-
those seasons.
it was worse because it was overcast, and so there wasn't any ambient light, you dick. So
We had a windstorm from hell
Yeah.
up here today.
Yeah, it was windy up here too.
A tree fell on the power lines down by one of the main gates on our roads here, and it caught fire on the power line. I'm shocked I didn't lose power, but yeah, there was
How
some
about you don't
serious
jinx it?
damage. I mean, I can't jinx it because I already engaged in anti-jinxing protocol when I told Chad, like, what, 3 today? I don't know if I'm going to make the show. There's a lot of wind, and we've already been getting power flickers.
yeah, you did. You covered your base on that one. Yes, Eric, you have entered because the point of this discussion was dovetailing off the Christian panel that Slender and Brahma were on this week. And one of the topics that was discussed from Slender, bringing it up, was how inappropriate it is to just make slut versions where you walk around where if it may be okay in the bedroom, but you shouldn't just be walking around in public that way. And
Well,
of course,
especially when
Tim-
you're talking about things from children's shows. And like Toy Story, I mean, a lot of parents probably still show their kids Toy Story, right? Like Toy Story is a timeless classic at this point, is it not?
It is, yeah. At least the first 3.
Yeah. Well, there aren't any others that I'm aware of.
I'm too low. How about now? I'll move the mic. I moved it away. So now it's better. Tell me copied if this is coming in clear. Anyway, so yeah, we can stop. I'll take the Kendall Jenner one. Now I'm gonna bring up what I showed Brahma and Imp before the show. Slender wasn't here. This is the one I think is the most fun costume I've seen from celebrities today. Do you recognize it, Slender?
No.
Vicky Valancourt showed me her boobies, and I like them
Oh
too.
my God.
And I like them too.
Yeah, that's
But
Vicky
do you know who that
Valancourt.
is? But do you know who's doing the water boy?
I don't.
That would be Pro Bowl quarterback Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills.
Doing the water boy, huh?
Yep.
Is
And
that
the
what
girl-
inspired him to play foosball?
Apparently. And the girl is Haley Steinfeld, who is his wife. They're married,
Yeah.
and so
Well, her costume looks pretty on point.
I just don't. It's hard for him to convert into Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Look-
he doesn't have the face for it. Or the egg-shaped head.
Yes, Eric, that is Haley Steinfeld of Hawkeye and Pitch Perfect fame playing Vicky Valancourt. With the "Want me to kill them" sign. Which I thought was a good one. Yeah, let's see, what other ones do we have here? A bookmark. Alright, let me get this one muted because there's somebody put some music on it. It's a video. Here you go. You ready for it?
All right.
Yep.
Is
Buddy
that
Christ.
Jesus?
Yep. And he's got a loaf of bread. And look at this. He's going over to the homeless and giving them. I don't know.
He's losing some of that cloud down there.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this one's actually. I mean, I think because he's actually giving a food to the homeless, it makes it a little less terrible.
And the most
Less
amazing thing,
blasphemous.
the most amazing thing, that loaf of bread never ran out.
Yeah, although he did skip one of the other homeless guys. He should have. Jesus wouldn't have done that.
Well, maybe he wasn't Christian.
Maybe he told them to share it amongst their friends.
He looked at the other guy and he was like, "No,
You're
he's
not one of
Mormon.
mine.
He's Mormon. I don't acknowledge you." So there's that one. This one made me laugh, but I don't know that Slender's necessarily going to get the joke. We'll see, because it's a sports reference.
Uh-oh.
But it's from the 90s, so you might.
Nope.
No,
Nicknamed
it's
the Big Unit.
Randy Johnson, you know, the famous baseball pitcher.
Okay.
There was an incident where he was throwing and a bird flew right in the path of the
Oh, I've
fastball.
seen that
A
video.
pigeon, and it just explodes.
And it just blew up into a pile
Yeah.
of feathers.
I've seen that video.
What's
It's
the
so she's
awesome.
the bird.
The funniest
Gotcha.
thing is afterwards during the post game, like, you know, where he's with the media, and he's like, "Why do you guys keep asking about it?" No, of course I don't like that happened.
Meanwhile, after he got off camera and went home, he was like, that was so fucking awesome.
It's probably the most famous clip of a bird hitting something, with the second being Fabio's
Fabio
face on the
at Busch
roller
Gardens.
coaster.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Fabio's face apparently does not have the power of a fastball, because there was nothing left of that bird. It practically vaporized.
yeah. It was just all of a sudden there was a poof of feathers, just flying out. And it was yeah. The Randy costume, yeah, it got me. All right. Does everybody know what the traveling rule in basketball is?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show you a clip of something that was not called traveling, and tell me this is NBA.
Is this from the WNBA?
No, this is from the NBA.
Because they
This is-
travel all the fucking time in the
I know,
WNBA.
but watch this. This is ridiculous. Like, he's just past half court. He's playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. So there's the dribble, and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's a travel.
They didn't call it.
That's a huge travel.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, he's going from the 3-point
It's
line.
2 steps, right? Like
It's-
you basically once you've stopped dribbling, you take 1 step and then you can pivot off of that step.
You have your pivot foot, and then you either have to pass it or shoot it.
Yeah. Not take 3 more steps.
I was like, this.
Because that's right there. He's lost control with it. Like, he's not dribbling anymore.
Do you know how many points Michael Jordan could have scored if he didn't have to dribble?
Well, Michael Jordan would have jumped where that guy took 4 stutter steps. Like, Michael Jordan would have jumped from here. So.
Yeah. And then, like, let me take the extra steps around the guy, and then I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
No, I saw this clip, and I was like, oh, my God.
Man, basketball would be a lot easier if I could play it that way.
I was like, I might be able to score.
Because he's traveling now. These last
Yes.
2 steps are blatant.
Basically, he's traveling from the free throw line in.
Yeah, the little stutter steps in the middle there, you could argue that was him, stopping and maybe not call this part of travel, but right there, travel.
Yeah, I mean, since it's the NBA, you would usually, like Slender saying, from where it, like, the ball comes back into his hand, you would kind of maybe wave off that first stutter step, that right, there. As
But
long
that
as he
one
actually,
right there is a travel, and that
and then he
last one,
keeps going.
that's definitely a travel. If he'd have let go of the ball before that last foot came down, and then he did a little hop, like, oh, not traveling, fuck you.
Now, this was great because even the commentators, they're in the tank for the NBA. Like,
Gather with the foot
Here
with the
goes.
ball.
Watch that. That's just one dribble right there.
Yep.
Gather.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
they can't keep a
Come
straight.
on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we could have played till we're 50. If we
That was Reggie Miller. That was that was what he was saying in the commentary. We could have played till we were 50 if we could have done that. Oh, ridiculous. It was just, my gosh. The NBA was back this week, which is why everybody should be watching hockey instead. Because I don't know that you hockey players can get away with a little bit, but I guess we lost Brahma.
Brahma was so disgusted he left. I understand.
He didn't. Yeah, he must have. I don't know. I was gonna set him up for some
Or
plugging.
somebody flipped the wrong switch in the garage and
Yeah.
turned off his computer.
Yeah, I was gonna set him up so he could plug the hockey show, but
Well,
that's fine.
it is. I believe it is happening this weekend. I think it's happening tomorrow because they didn't have it last week. So it is tomorrow night, Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern. Is that right, Imp? 11,
Sounds about right.
11:15, something like that.
Sounds about right.
And it usually goes for about an hour.
Yep.
At some point, if we don't get Brahma back, 70s can be here, and I'm sure he can tell us
Yeah,
more.
the trick-or-treaters cut Brahma's internet. Yeah,
That's what you get for not giving him better. You skimped. You didn't give him the full-size candy bars.
Oh, that's such a dick move to everybody else in the neighborhood.
What,
Like-
letting out the full-size candy bars?
Like when there's one person in the neighborhood who wants to go like big time everyone else.
Listen, okay, I have never been a prosperous or wealthy man, but when I was in a neighborhood like that, I gave out the full-size fucking bars. It's just to prove that I'm better than everyone else.
It's like I took out that second mortgage and I was like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Right? I rent and somehow I've got a second mortgage.
Now he's like, what was the full size candy you gave out? Nerds. Cheap bastard.
No, we did for, we haven't done full-size candy in a while because that shit's expensive as hell now. Mm-hmm. The bags have gotten a whole lot smaller. And it used to be like you get a big old bag with a huge variety of different candies in it for like $10. Now it's like you get a tiny little bag for like 20. I'm like, this is no.
Yeah, I got
That's why I'm looking
It
forward
was-
to tomorrow going to work.
it was like a 195 piece bag for like $20, and then I bought another one on top of that. Oh
Yeah, well, I don't even bother now because what's the point?
oh, that's right.
I live out on a dirt road. Nobody comes here for candy.
That's true.
Surprisingly, no one comes to my place either, but it's the simple fact that I live right next to a full-size development.
Yeah, that's where everybody goes. They hit the development because it's like all the doors are right next to each other, and you can just bank the candy in those places.
Oh, that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm in one of those subdivisions. It's just crazy. I almost ran out of candy, and I had I had almost 300 pieces. Hey, 70s, thanks for hopping on.
I actually
I,
like that Avatar 70s.
Yes, I've been playing about with a few of the more anime type ones, so it's pretty good. Eh? It's me. It sums me up, I think.
Yeah, except it looks a lot younger than you.
Well, considerably.
But on the flip of that coin, in anime, that's just kind of how it works now.
Well, exactly. Yes.
Back when they did like, do you remember 80s, 90s anime? Like adults looked like adults and children looked like children.
Yeah.
And now here in like 2020 and beyond, just every character looks like a child. It doesn't matter if the character is 90 or 10. They all look the same.
if only that was like that in real life.
I know, right?
Did you get internet cut off because you didn't give treats out and you got tricked?
No, it wasn't internet. It was my wife turned on the fog machine and blew the breaker.
What did I say?
Slender
What did
gets
I
the win.
say?
Yep.
Yep.
I was like, somebody flipped the wrong switch and killed Brahma's computer.
Yeah, we'll see how long it stays up with as much crap as she's got plugged in out there right now.
So it sounds like you're.
So I'm now not running a heater or half of the lights or the TV. Just to try to take a little bit of the load off.
Take the load off, Manny.
Take the load.
You put the load right on Brahma's computer.
Oh, I got another Halloween costume.
Canadian man.
This time it's for 70s. Let's see how much he likes it. I'm muting it because they are
Oh, I love this. I saw this. This is
playing
so cool.
such copywritten music. But you got
That's a good costume.
So cool.
that one.
I like that one. Smokey and the
picked the right
Bandit.
spot to
Smokey
get
and the Smokey and the Bandit 3. This time Smokey's the bandit.
and they picked the right spot to film that.
Yeah.
So that's a good wig and fake mustache he's got going there.
Yeah. It's a big hat. Big hats are funny.
It's a funny hat.
Turd Ferguson.
Where
Funny.
did you even
Laugh.
find that? Backstage.
Back when SNL was good.
Yeah. So being a Scotsman, I don't hand out candy. I take candy from the kids that come to the door.
Oh, you open the door with a hatchet.
Take the candy.
You're
yes.
like, you're going to hand me that candy or things are going to get real
And
ugly
then
real
tell
fast.
them to get off my property. We took the dog for a walk, and she really enjoyed seeing all the costumes and meeting all the kids in the costumes. It was nice.
You came here looking for candy and you didn't even mow the bleeding lawn first?
Here's some haggis.
Was the be Scrooge McDuck.
Candy? What are you, British?
Here's some haggis for you. How about some black pudding?
Ugh, black pudding is fucking gross.
Stuff's
Another.
lovely.
This is a pretty
Blood
good
pudding.
outfit set. I don't know
That
that these
Albert.
kids even know what they're dressing as.
Oh, they
I
do
seriously
not.
doubt
There's
it.
no way.
Hey. I thought this show had to get memory hold since it was created by a certain person that we can't ever talk about anymore.
Maybe that's not Halloween costumes. Maybe they always dress like that.
I wonder if they had pudding pops.
Mushmouth
Feeling
was always my favorite.
sleepy.
Pops.
Sleepy.
OBKB. My brother asks, is there an age gap to stop getting candy? And yes, there is. Yeah.
An age to stop getting candy?
87.
Yeah, like
87.
once
88.
you're above like 14, you should not be trick or treating. And I'm being generous, even letting it go to like 14.
Here's the thing.
I'd say 15, because once you can drive, then you can go do something with your friends.
Here's the thing, right? I don't care. Like, I'm not going to go out trick-or-treating, but if you're 16, 17, and you and a bunch of your teenage buddies are going around trying to get some free candy, why the fuck not?
Yeah, more
I'm
power
going to
to
give you
you.
some free candy.
Doesn't bother
Coming to
me.
my house, I've got free candy.
I don't want all of the candy sitting around till next Halloween anyway, so.
Yeah, and then, like, I don't want to waste it either, so then I take it upon myself to eat all the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, all the Hershey's Milk Chocolate, and I get sick. I already had to do it today. We got 2 little bags, just in case anyone somehow showed up at our door. And I had to eat, like 10 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups before the show.
Your definition of had to is a completely different definition than I use.
There was no way around it. It could not be avoided. Nobody else is going to eat them. It's false
Brahma,
to
now
me.
do you understand what I have to deal with when I game with him on the regular?
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't have a problem giving away you guys' hiding spots.
Yeah, there is that.
Oh, dude, we should play that tonight.
You have something else we need to check out as well, Slender.
Yeah, but I want to kill you.
Gee, thanks.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I suppose I can do it in that other thing we need to check out too, though.
Oh, we can. That's not going to take that long, though.
There will be plenty of opportunities. Did you deactivate the mines at your compound? No.
Then no wonder you got no trick-or-treaters.
I mean, they gotta earn it.
They became part of the decorations.
Yeah.
Just explosion parts everywhere.
Fucking viscera and entrails.
I thought we
hanging
agreed
from all
on
the
the.
trees.
I thought we agreed no gore on Wednesday.
No Al Gore.
I don't really like the slaughterhouse stuff, but on the flip of that
But
coin,
it's fine
though,
if it's on your property.
Oh, dude, when my daughters were like really, really little, right? Like still like little toddlers just running around, right? I think it was Slender Kid number 5 who had this brilliant idea. And she took some of the fake blood for one of the other kids' costumes and she put it on her feet and she was like, "Pick me up." And I picked her up and she started walking up the wall with it. So there were these little bloody children's footprints just going up the wall and across the ceiling. It was pretty cool looking.
Chad, did you see the most inappropriate costume so far this year that's been going around Twitter?
Uh-oh.
Are we more inappropriate than Kendall Jenner and her ass hanging out on Jesse?
Inappropriate in a different way in assassination culture.
Oh, are you talking about the girl who was
Jackie?
dressed with the...
Oh,
Yeah. I saw both. I saw the one who was Trump with the bullet hole in the head, and I saw the Jackie Kennedy one too.
With the blood all over the
Yeah,
dress.
with the blood all over. I mean, but everybody knows that Dr. Sam Beckett is the only reason that Jackie Kennedy's still alive. So I don't like trashing his legacy. Because when he stepped into the quantum leap accelerator and he went back in time to do good, I mean, he did good. So there you go. That's a quantum leap reference. That shit was good.
Yes.
I
you
mean,
took that
considering
way
you
too
said
far.
the quantum
Yes.
leap accelerator,
deep,
Why do you
deep
think we were
reference.
ignoring you?
I'm
Because
familiar with the show.
Deep
because
cut there.
that was the last season and people were checked out by then, so they started doing weird stuff, breaking the rules. That was the 3-parter where he was Lee Harvey Oswald at different points. Interesting.
Every time I think of Quantum Leap, I think of the other one where it was like Blackbeard or something had to help 100 people or he'd go to hell.
That was such a random deep cut of a Disney TV show that they did, yes.
And there were the weird
100 straight.
eyeball things that were always chasing him because they were trying to take
Yeah.
him to hell.
So if he left the island, he would get chased. Like if he left the house where he was haunting, they would try to get him and take him to hell. But he had to, in order to get out of being taken to hell, he had to save 100 people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an interesting show. It didn't last long. It was entertaining though.
I don't know. It had the same feel as Quantum Leap
I
to
don't-
me in a way.
It's a very different concept to be going like, there's the one
yeah,
who's time
concept,
traveling.
yes, but like the tone and the presentation and stuff felt similar to me.
They were both NBC shows, so probably of the same era.
Kind of like CW shows, they all feel
Yeah.
kind of the same.
Well, they were late 80s, early 90s is when they started, and that was when Brandon Tartikoff was running NBC.
Yeah.
So he kind of had the same kind of setup for what they were doing. Yeah, the Quantum Leap reboot was bad. We already had Quantum Leap. You can get it on Blu-ray fairly easily and cheaply. I would go with that. Scott Bakula never gets his due. He's been in good shows, and they keep getting canceled too early. Just like Enterprise was finally getting good, and they canceled that one, and then ruined it on the way out. Trust me, like, yeah, it was a holodeck fantasy of Riker. Just forget it.
I kept hearing something weird, and then I realized it was just Imp with his toys.
That's
Doing
Gunpla. They're not
Gunpla?
toys. They're not toys.
Somebody's got to pick on him with Mad not here.
Look, I can't help it people don't have hobbies.
All right, so I'm gonna go with one of the topics I put in. So I took my son last night. Back to the Future is being really released, but they opened it on Thursday. Even though it's officially October 31st, it's the 40th anniversary. It was fun to go see in the theater. It was just us, my wife, my son, and me in this movie. So it was like watching, our own personal viewing of it. It was really fun. It holds. I mean, everybody knows Back to the Future holds up. It's one of the most tightly written movies of all time, including all the continuity stuff that changes between the initial version
Like
of
the
Hill Valley and
Twin Pine,
the Twin Pines becomes
and the Lone Pine.
And then if you see right when the time machine comes back into the main street, when they pan down from the clock, you can see the now broken parts where Doc Brown had been standing and it broke from him, trying to get the wire back right.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do we feel about re-releases into the theater? I mean, for me, obviously, since I took my son and it was a good time, I'm in favor of them. I think it's a good way to get a younger generation to see some of these movies the way they were meant to be seen, when maybe they're only used to watching them on a phone screen.
I think it may be the only way that theaters survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
It should become more often.
By the way, there was a trailer before this one for a coming soon re-release of Rocky IV with added scenes. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be there for that.
It's all just an extended montage that they add.
Rocky
not
4
not
had
real
the-
scenes, just a
Hold on.
montage.
It's
Rocky
more
IV
shots
had-
of him chopping wood and pulling tractors.
You shut your mouth. Rocky 4's montage is the greatest in cinema history.
I didn't say it was bad. I said
was
that's
gonna
what the added
say.
scenes will be.
I was gonna say, joke's on you. I'm into that shit. The montage was my favorite part.
when they're cutting between Drago fighting, like getting steroided up and doing that, and you got Rocky,
And he's on all the freaking monitoring equipment,
Yeah.
and they've got like the electrodes hooked up to his temples.
yeah, exactly. I
And
mean,
Rocky's just beating up the meat in the
or he's
freaking freezer.
or he's hanging off the barn, he's climbing up the mountain,
Yeah.
and then
He's
yelling
beating the
Drago,
meat.
and he's got hearts on fire, like
Running away
playing
from his
while he's doing it.
KGB spy.
But they can't keep up because
guards.
he's going up the mountain on an incline, man. They can't deal with that.
No.
They don't have a Land Rover. It's communist Russia. They don't have vehicles that can deal with that. So,
Yeah, they spent all their money on the fucking treadmill.
I mean, look, I'm going to tell my son, I'm going to take him to this movie, and then afterwards I'm going to explain how Reagan and Rocky won the Cold War for America.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like, it was Reagan getting elected, and then it was Rocky in this movie that finally did it. Yeah, because here's the thing, Vic. Yeah, you see how everything in the advertising said back in theaters October 31st. So I don't think people realized that it was opening early like a normal movie. So I don't necessarily blame like the public not wanting to see this movie for them not being there on Thursday when everything in the advertising says back in theaters October 31st.
Yeah, Thursday was October 30th, so
I don't really expect their Friday to be much better, since
don't
it's
know.
freaking Halloween.
I think that's actually a good counter programming because you can get a lot of the older people who might not be inclined to be trick or treating anymore. But we'll see. I mean, I'm interested because we've seen lately that anime movies have ended up being the number one release the weekends they come out. I mean, Demon Slayer crushed it. But
I'm sure.
But even Chainsaw Man had a big weekend. I'm interested to see how Back to the Future does with an actual wide release. This isn't just a Fathom Events thing. This is a full-on, re-release of it. I know as much as, people like to knock Phantom Menace, every time that thing gets re-released, it makes like $20-30 million in a weekend.
Gross.
So plenty of people
Yep.
still liked it.
Well, Back to
Doesn't
the
make it
Future
okay.
it'll probably beat every other movie.
Yeah, there's not much out right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think there's any new releases this week.
I don't think there's any more that I care about until Now You See Me 3.
There's Running Man comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
I
way,
like Glenn
Slender,
Powell. Not sure on that one still.
I went and saw Roofman, the movie that with Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst that you were kind of interested in.
Yeah.
The advertisements are completely misleading.
Are they?
It is a drama with light bits of comedy. And it is not an uplifting movie. It ends depressing. You would have been so mad if I had gotten you into the theater to see that one. I was like, oh, Predator Badlands opens next week. That's the new one, the next one coming up.
I said that I want to see, though.
Running Man and Now You See Me open the same weekend. That's a bad plan.
I guess
don't know
I'll
why
see Now You See Me, and you guys can see Running Man.
I think Running Man looks better, but
I'll have
that's
more
just
fun.
me.
We'll do dual reviews.
When's that?
Early December, isn't it?
Okay. If it's early December, I can probably swing it.
Chad.
For which thing? Which one?
For Running Man and Now You See Me.
They're November 14th.
November 14th? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like not
I
this
thought they were
weekend.
December releases.
That's also actually we'll do it live on air. I'm gonna be out for a week. and that's the week I'm out because it's Veterans Day week, and I'm gonna be in Florida, so I won't be able to do the show that week. You guys
Inexcusable.
can continue with that. That would be the 14th, November 14th.
Very selfish of you.
Oh yeah, because I had promised my son that I would take him to Epic Universe. Earlier this year, we went to regular Universal, and since I managed to get my new job and everything's good to go, I'm keeping that
Are
promise.
you trying to say you care more about your son than this show?
110%.
Well,
You hear that,
no
chat?
wonder. No wonder. That explains everything.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Slender would say the same thing about his daughters. He's not, and his children. If it was a choice between keeping a promise to your children that you had made in the show, you're keeping the promise to your kids.
And Imp would say it about his cricket.
The children will always forget. The chat never forgets.
Disagree with you on that one.
Your children are going to grow up hating you anyway, so...
See, I don't know. I've met Slender's kids, and I'm of the opinion that they aren't growing up hating him. They're growing up and probably willing to help him bury a body to make sure that
You think
do
they
anything
haven't
to
already
please.
done that a couple times? Come on now.
Anything to please their dad.
I mean, I think maybe Slender might have helped them bury bodies too. One of his daughters got a temper. she's
Gee, I
funny.
wonder where she gets that from.
No, she gets that from him. Well, actually, I take it back because Bride of Slender, when she gets angry, as we've heard on the simulcast
watch
of the
along.
hockey games, where Slender's like, "Calm down, it's just a game."
Yeah, but
She got going.
take one of my youngest daughters, the one with the temper, right? Realize she got my temper, but she doesn't have that extra 30 years to try and, or extra 20 years to try and get it
temper
under
it?
control. Yeah, to temper it.
On more than one occasion, I have told Slender I was worried that she might shiv somebody in the high school prison style because she was being a little angry.
Yeah.
But it's all right. Slender would get rid of the body.
Yeah. It's not hard. There are ways.
So yeah, so these re-releases are actually, I think was promised might be the best way theaters have to try to keep a steady revenue stream going.
That's what they
They
did
should-
during COVID.
They need to lower the price though. I mean, it was nice the theater near me was, because it was a weekday, it was a little cheaper. But these re-releases need to probably be like $5-6 price points. Make it nice and reasonable. Now, they were also selling one of those Back to the Future popcorn buckets. This one was the DeLorean with the doors that folded up to let in, to have a tray that slides out for you to put the popcorn in. Unlike some of the other ones, it was a much more reasonable price at $40. Because some of those popcorn buckets were going for like $100, which are crazy.
It's crazy. Although I don't know that they can lower the tickets that much. At what point does it become too hard to actually pay staff to,
So
man
here's
the
the
theater for
well,
that?
remember the for the initial weeks of a release, the movie theater is not usually making money off the tickets.
Right.
The overall 50% revenue split that used to be, and I know Valiant and other guys go into this stuff, I can tell you from having actually worked the books, the ticket split eventually gets to 50-50, but it usually starts 70-30 or 60-40 opening weekend, depending on the number of theaters they want to book. If they want more theaters, they'll take less revenue from the tickets. But here's the other thing. They charge you, in addition to the tickets, the movie studios charge you a rental fee for the print. It used to be the actual physical print, Now it's for the hard drive that they ship the movie on.
It's not even a purchase fee. It's a fucking rental fee. You have to send it back at some point.
Well, yeah, you would have to send the prints back.
That's ridiculous.
Now, do I have several film cells cut out of many Star Wars movies? Yes. Did that happen naturally because the movie broke and we had to fix it? Sometimes. But sometimes. Yeah, so the concession and food is where they make the actual profit on the movie theater, to operate the movie theater. So if the movie studio, this is where the studios would have to kind of kick in. What the studio should do is they should do a steady stream of movies, the re-releases, where they take out, they allow like $5, where they just take $1 or $2 a ticket. These are movies that have been out now, like Back to the Future, for 40 years. They've made their revenue, off of this. So getting $1 or $2 a ticket is still a plus. So you do these re-releases, you make a deal with AMC and Regal where it's $5 tickets. The theater gets gets $3 or $4, and the movie studio gets $1 or $2. And you run trailers in front of it. It promotes the next movies that are coming out. It's a steady revenue stream. You know what else it replaces? DVD sales, right? Because all of these efforts completely destroyed their ancillary revenue by getting rid of DVD market and Blu-ray market and all the rest by putting it on streaming. So if a movie that like they re-release, and they do this every couple weeks, they're putting one out, you're getting money now finally coming back in, which is great. And you're doing it on movies that are 40 years old, so you don't have any production costs on these suckers.
Well, and if the prices are too high, like we've both noticed this, the price of going to a movie is not what it used to be, and now you don't see a whole lot of people in the theater. I thought the point of theaters was go for volume. Because like you said, they're not making money off the tickets. The ticket is just to get you in there. They're making money off the concessions. And if you've got triple the number of people because you sold the tickets at such a cheaper price, you're probably selling a lot more concessions too.
And here's the magic thing. Even if people don't buy food, the highest profit margin on anything in the theater, there's 2 items that are the highest profit margin items.
Mozzarella sticks.
Soda and popcorn.
Chicken tenders.
Soda and popcorn. It causes like
beer.
The yield you get for popcorn seed and the yield you get from a soda machine for what you charge. Like a large soda is like $7 at a movie theater.
Yeah. And the giant bowl of popcorn is like $8, and it costs them probably 30 cents to make that popcorn.
Even people who sneak their own candy in will usually end up buying a soda. And then that's why it's not the biggest deal. You end up.
What about those of us who sneak our own French dips in with au jus?
You guys are assholes. I've cleaned up theaters where people did that stuff, man.
What about those of us who sneak in our own tiny little propane grill and have a fry up while we're in there?
What are your thoughts on flasks?
I mean, the whole.
Hey, if they're not selling alcohol, I'm bringing it in myself.
Oh, they sell it now here.
Same.
And they've
got Yingling.
They have slushy machines that you can get bourbon flavored slushies. Well, actual bourbon slushies.
Prediction: the opening weekend predictions for Predator Badlands is only 25 million. Running Man is only 23. Mm-hmm. I think Running Man overperforms, and Predator Badlands probably low 20s is about right. I would think Running Man ends up closer to 30.
I don't think Predator Badlands is going to pull 25 million in the opening weekend. I agree with you. I think it's going to be low 20s, but I don't think it's going to reach 25. I think it'll be lucky to hit 21.
And by the way, I'm prepared. I'm going to go see it, and I'm prepared to be. I'm not going to prejudge it. I think there's some stuff that looked interesting and some stuff that looked retarded, but I'm going to give it an open, chance to be a good movie, and I'll let everybody know. I don't know if Slender wants to go see it. It'll be this Thursday.
This Thursday?
Coming up.
I gotta check my calendar, but
Yeah. Cause,
probably I'm probably in.
Yeah, so we'll see about that. Oh, wait, because I'm gonna give it an open mind because, like I said, there's a couple. Things
I'm
in the
not.
trailer
They
that
haven't
could-
made a good Predator movie in over 30 years.
Predator 2, yeah, was the last good one. They got sidetracked with those alien crossover ones that were very high on possibility and very poorly executed.
Yeah, great concept, terrible execution. Every single fucking time.
And they kind of messed with Prey also. And I didn't really care for the Adrian Brody one.
Nope, didn't like
Hell, when
any
it
of them.
comes to Aliens versus Predator, they already had the story written for them. It was a comic book in the 90s.
Yeah, same could be
It
said
was.
of all the comic book movies.
Well, yeah, true, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, well, how was this comic story? Well, read it and find out. If it's something you can would translate over well into film, then do it, because it wasn't exactly a large print run of a book back in the day. So most
Did you guys
people-
see the trailer for Fackham Hall yet?
Oh yeah, it's funny.
No.
Yeah, it looks like.
I think
looks
it's going to be
good.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, one of the other things that you notice when you watch a movie like Back to the Future, 1 hour 56-minute runtime, paced so well, it just flows so efficiently you're not even like feeling it.
Yes.
That's another thing Hollywood has gotten very
Bad
far
at?
away from. Yeah, is
the
actually
video game industry
pacing
has
movies.
too. I've played
Yeah.
plenty of games in the recent years where the pacing was just absolute garbage.
And then there's Expedition 33, where it's perfect.
I'm going to shock you. I think Elden Ring had shitty pacing because they
Or
front
just go with your own pace.
Yeah, but it was also they front loaded that game at
Because
ultra
what?
hard. Come on, dude. You know as well as I do, the majority of stuff is sitting there in Limgrave. Once you start getting further and further away from Limgrave, there's less and less stuff at each of the zones.
That's just how it shook out. Because, I mean... Nah, I can't agree with that. I think the pacing was just fine. Were some of the last areas you get to in the late game a lot smaller than the early areas? Yeah, but like... Yeah, Limgrave is huge, but...
I'm not even talking about the overall size. I'm just talking about how many catacombs, how many dungeons, how many world bosses, how much, by the time you get to the consecrated snowfield, there's what, 5 dungeons in that entire map?
Yeah, but that's a much smaller map. And the consecrated snowfield is a secret area anyway.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's my own opinion. I mean, I still think the game's great. Just they could have spread things out a bit better.
But what is it? The lake? What's the lake called? Liurnia?
Yep.
Like, that's a huge area, too.
Right, but as I said, as you start getting further and further away, that's right next to Limgrave. Same with Caelid. By the time you get to Altus, it's like, there's a bit less here than what you would think for the quote-unquote main area of the game.
I disagree. I think Altus is huge. It doesn't feel huge because there's not as much outside, but you go into the city, and the city's freaking enormous.
Wasn't counting the city.
Did you
Okay.
get breakered again, Brahma?
No, I don't know what that one was. Everybody just froze.
Well, I'm trying to defend Elden Ring here. Imp is speaking blasphemy.
Yeah, I heard him say that the first area had everything front loaded.
It did.
No, I disagree. I think Liurnia is just as big, maybe like the tiniest bit smaller. What's the one on the right with all the rot?
Caelid.
Caelid's huge. Like, the areas get smaller and
doesn't have a
smaller
lot of
toward
stuff,
the
though.
end, but yeah, Caelid's mostly a poison swamp, though, and I think they've kind of taken the lesson that nobody likes the poison swamp, so
So they're just going to keep making them anyways.
they're just gonna keep making them anyways, but they're not gonna Well, actually, but then
And the
you go under-
DLC's gigantic, and that's
Yeah.
all in game.
And then
Well, the
there's
problem-
that part where you go underground, and there's the second giant poison swamp that's even worse than Caelid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nah, man, the game's huge. The game's freaking huge.
I'm not saying it's not huge. It's nothing to do with size.
That's what she said.
And it
Hey.
depends on how you play the game, too.
Yeah, I mean,
like, and I'm having difficulty with you saying it's pacing too, though, because like certain areas you go to if you're playing a certain type of character or you're pursuing certain story arcs.
yeah, I mean, the pacing, you can play it any way you want, in any order or direction you want, mainly. So the pacing is up to you.
For
Like,
different
if you're not
builds, I
doing
skip
Ronnie's-
90% of the game.
Yeah, if you're not doing Ronnie's story, you never go down to that poison lake.
No, that's the only reason to go down there.
Yeah,
Really, the bad part of the game is the first time you play it is the only time when you want to actually explore everything. Once you know where things are, there's zero reason to go to most of the places.
if you're trying to do like a necromancer type build, you have to go down to the place with all the headless guys and fight the dead god and the undead dragon.
Yep.
That's a huge area, but like you don't have to go there. That's a side quest, depending upon what kind of character you're trying to play.
Yes.
I don't know. It's hard for me to quantify pacing in Elden Ring. You know?
In an open world game
Yeah.
with no story unless you actually want to read everything. Like
I just
the
watch
items,
Vati
everything. Yeah,
Vati
that's,
Vidya, he handles it for me.
that's how I do it.
All right. Well,
All right.
all right then.
All right.
All right. All right.
All right, all right, all right.
Right. We could just do this for the next half hour.
Just go,
right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
What's
All right.
up?
All right. All right.
Wow, amazingly, Imp disappeared.
All right.
Yes.
I already had to put up with your dumbassery last night, Slider. And you know
Did he go-
exactly what I'm referring to.
Did he go
too.
Cajun again?
Oh, I just ignore that at this point.
Yeah, for a while. I didn't, and we were on the map for it, and I didn't, and I tried to talk to Smokey, and he couldn't understand me, so I had to talk Cajun.
Yeah, not that he couldn't. He wouldn't understand you.
Yeah, he said he couldn't. He said he couldn't understand what I was saying. So,
No, I was referring to the repo incident.
which one?
You know damn well which one.
The one where you got me killed?
Well, that's a given. I gotta make do with my threats once in a while. No, what were both you and Smokey yelling over and over again?
Strong!
We're trying to be fucking quiet. Wow, that just echoed off every wall in this building. Fantastic.
And then the great thing is now there's a new thing where you can occasionally possess your head after you die and talk, and the monsters can still hear it. So I'm in my possessed head trying to drag myself over to Smokey and Imp and get the blind guy to shoot at him.
Yeah, that's.
That game is still just so much fun.
Why did you have such frustration in your voice right there? That was so clear. It was hilarious. You just.
Because you weren't the one involved in it.
I was
Or
there
better
the
yet,
first.
Smokey me and Smokey are hiding in a room. Smokey at full volume yells something. The monster that responds to sound then comes walking in the room. When that happened, Cylinder, I just turned and changed my expression to the angry one. But yes, people should go and watch at their leisure last night's spooky stream.
Yeah. Yeah, they dropped a pretty huge update for Repo, so there's like 10 new monsters. They've made little updates to every area. They've got new valuables. The valuables aren't shared between areas anymore. Like if you go to the Swift Room Academy or whatever, it's all wizard shit that you're stealing. It's they've stepped it up. It's better. It was a lot of fun.
Haven't
that
played
can
it.
be
He's
can
played
be
Repo with us, I
found.
thought.
on our Ascendant Arcade channel.
That is
Or
all on us in
spooky
an arcade,
streams.
yes.
Yep, so that's always good. I think keep on the lookout. Even though spooky season is starting to come to a close, there's still going to be game streaming.
Halloween weekend goes until Sunday night.
Are we falling? Is the fallback this weekend or is it next
Yeah.
weekend?
Yeah.
It's tomorrow night or Sunday morning, whichever way you want to put it.
I always prefer fallback to spring forward.
Mm-hmm. That gives us an extra time to game tomorrow night, Slender.
I'm going to lose an hour.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, the other thing, though, is as far as spooky season goes, there's a couple of games we found for this year are probably going to continue past spooky season, just not played as much.
Mm-hmm.
Dead by Daylight isn't
I don't
going
Dead by
think we're
Daylight
gonna
with
stop
commentary?
playing DBD.
because Dead by Daylight's one of the few games where we can get all of us in.
With shoutcasting by Probable!
Hiding spot, giving away fuck.
Imp is hiding in a locker.
This is
Slender,
not going to go
why
well.
are you walking away? He's in that locker right behind you.
I'll give him credit. At least he didn't do that.
Oh, he wanted to. He wanted to so bad.
I think he knows we would have all lynched him if he did.
I gave Matt away one time when, like, somebody had gone right by him, and I was like, and there's Mad. And immediately, whoever was hunting turned around. Mad was not happy.
No, I think Matt was the one who was most pissed off at your shout casting.
No, I thought it was Chad.
No, I think Chad was getting mad that he was being hunted by all of us.
I'm just
general
glad I got
sense.
to use the ring girl to break all Matt's bones. Imp was the only one I didn't get that round. He was like, no, I'm dying on the hook. You're not going to Mori me.
No, it's like, I'm good, thanks.
Where to, Chad?
all right. Well, now that we're going there, we've got Palworld lawsuit updates because Nintendo got a big fat L. The patent office in Japan said, "Fuck off! Your patent for your I guess what would we describe this as? Monster capture system?
Is this the capture one?
Yeah.
With the using a ball, sphere to capture things.
They are currently
Yep.
trying to do multiple patents, but the main ones that they're trying to push right now are the capture system, wherein you throw out an orb and you capture a monster, and you can then throw out the orb again and summon the monster, and the monster will fight for you, and then you can use that to attack new monsters and reduce their health and throw out an orb to capture them, and the likelihood of capture is increased with their health has been lowered.
So throw out a block instead.
That's
Yeah.
what Palworld did.
That's what Palworld
Initially.
basically did.
Yep. And the
And
Japanese
they're
patent
also
office-
trying to patent summoned monsters in general, mount systems, the idea that your summoned monsters can be ridden.
What are they going to take on Squeenix next?
Basically, yeah.
And Blizzard.
Are they not trying to patent summoning? Never mind
Yes,
summoning monsters,
summon-
just summoning.
Summoning mechanics,
Full stop,
mount
yes.
mechanics,
Yeah.
and their creature capture mechanics.
Yeah.
They're trying to patent all three of those things.
Yeah.
All three of which they are not the originators of.
Nope.
No.
So this, by the way, tells me that so this patent specifically that was rejected was the creature capture system. Mm-hmm. And given the way the reason that they were rejecting this patent, the other patents that were filed should be clearly rejected for the same reasons, because the Japanese patent office basically said, you have provided an iteration of existing systems in games, not a patent on a new innovation.
Yeah.
Therefore, it is not something that can be patented because, and they said X, Y, and Z examples, including a previous Pokemon game.
Well, and they were really hoping that the fact that the American patent courts rubber stamped it would lend credence to their claim in Japan. But everybody knew, even lawyers have said, yeah, it got rubber stamped here in America, but if they actually tried to take someone to court over this, it wouldn't hold up to scrutiny and the patent would be dissolved.
It was only rubber stamped in the U.S. because there had been no one who, because rightly so, nobody in the United States thought that this would be something patentable.
Well, the other thing though too is they probably also rubber stamped it because nobody complained.
Yep.
But as soon as they go to enforce it, you're going to get a lot of complaints out of a lot of developers and publishers in a real quick hurry.
Yeah, like everybody said, this thing won't hold up to scrutiny.
You know, not just Square Enix, but case in point, even though they're removing it in the next expansion, World of Warcraft had a Pokemon battle pet system.
Yep.
They're taking it out now.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if they're taking it out because it really, truly is underused. Like nobody does anything with it.
I was gonna say everybody thought it was stupid.
Pretty
It was
much, yeah.
incredibly stupid.
Some people got into it, but they're either taking it out because nobody used it, or they just said fuck it, nobody's really using it, and we don't want any smoke from Nintendo right now.
And I think the best part of this is because it's not over. Nintendo can appeal this and try to get the patent rammed through anyway. So we're not at the end game, so to speak, yet. But I think the most reassuring part of this is it looks as though Nintendo has used up all their goodwill.
I wouldn't say they've used it all up, but they're now being scrutinized more than they used to be.
Yeah, but they don't have enough to pull some shit like this anymore, and that's where we have problems.
Yeah, but isn't the case that they've got so much money they could just keep doing this? Just
Oh yeah, they're going
piss
to, like
off?
Slender said, they're going to turn around. They're going to reword
Yeah,
their
They're just
thing and then
gonna
try
keep at
again.
it.
And they're just going to keep trying and trying and trying until either the patent office goes, enough, we're not accepting anything in regards to this from you anymore. Stop
Yep.
it. But I don't know if the Japanese patent office can do that or not.
But now that Sony is on board with Palworld,
Yeah, they have financial backing. Sort of.
they have financial backing, and I could see if this goes much further than an appeal or two. I could see Sony hitting them with a slap. Like, hey, these are frivolous lawsuits designed to try and destroy this company. They have nothing to do with anything, and they could get hit with a slap suit.
I don't know if they have slap over in Japan, though.
They do in America.
Yeah. The other thing I
Which
can
is
see
why
them doing, at least
Nintendo
as far as
hasn't
the
come close
Japanese
to
side of
suing in
things,
America.
is them pulling in some of the bigger studios that aren't under the Sony umbrella, but they do a lot of close work with them, like Squeenix. And
Well,
having
Sony
them
is
step up and
Sony
say
is-
something.
Sony has got just as much clout as Nintendo, if not more.
I don't know necessarily in Japan. Overseas, yeah.
Even in Japan, they do. So that's why what was it, Katakawa went to Sony and was like, please don't let China or South Korea buy us out.
Right.
And that's why. And what did Sony do? Sony stepped up, and
Yeah. No, they
luckily,
did.
thus far, they have not fucked up.
Well, I don't think
software,
they
so
got
I'm
a
happy.
controlling interest. They got enough to.
No, they just helped them out enough to keep them from falling under the control of, I don't remember the company in South Korea, and Tencent, obviously, in
Tencent.
China.
Right. And as Davina says in the chat, Japan has no anti-slap stuff.
Yeah. They don't have anti-slap there, but there is anti-slap here in America.
Yeah. And Eric Myers, yes, Palworld is essentially Pokemon meets Ark with guns.
Yep. And that's the thing, Davina. Palworld won't run out of money because Sony is backing them now. And Sony is trying to build up Palworld into a franchise to rival Pokemon. And really beyond, like, Palworld is growing. It's turning into a franchise real freaking fast right now.
You know, they just released a spin-off game.
They've got a couple spin-off games in the works. They're also doing a lot of crossovers with other games now. Mm-hmm. Like, Palworld's on the rise.
A lot of it is
I just wish
because-
Nintendo would leave them alone so they could keep working on the fucking game, because I like the game, but they're not really doing anything with it. Like, they're not pushing on the game as hard as they were.
It makes me wonder, too, how many of the executives over at Nintendo go, what do you mean we're getting backlash? We're Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're getting backlash from all corners of the world there, sport.
Yeah. Well, generally speaking, when this thing first started up, Japan was more in favor of Nintendo than Pocket Pair. The rest of the world was of a different opinion.
Well, bear in mind, the Japanese frown upon even using mods in games.
Yeah.
legit legal mods. No,
You're not playing the game the way I intended the game to be played. Well, fuck off, because I bought it. So I'm playing it the way I intend to play it.
So to answer Eric, do you think Palworld can be the eventual replacement successor to Pokemon? And I would say, since Palworld is taking risks and being innovative, they are addressing the marketplace in a way that Pokemon hasn't for what seems like 20 years. Pokemon hasn't
Pretty
really
much been.
tried to, yeah.
Let's make the obvious Madden reference. When NFL 2K was around, both Madden and NFL 2K had to work to improve.
Same thing as the Monday Night Wars in wrestling.
Yep.
Whenever there's a direct competitor to something, both sides have to, keep their games high. Otherwise, the other one's going to take them out.
Well,
And yes.
and I mean, just go back through history, right?
I don't think it'll ever be a replacement. Pokemon has too much cultural cachet at this point.
Nah. We said the same thing about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
We said the same thing about Star Wars. We said the same thing about Indiana Jones.
So what I can tell, hold on, what I can tell you with
Empires
Pokemon,
rise and fall. They always do.
I know, but Pokemon does to why the Empire is still healthy. The fucking card game still sells.
Card game.
I mean,
Any of
so
the animation still does moderately well.
And because they still capture kids, this is where they're different. The other ones that tend to fall, they fall off because they lose the kid market. Mm-hmm. Whereas Pokemon still has a really solid hold on the kid market through Pokemon TCG.
But something is going to come and replace it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's going to happen.
It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. But yeah, no, I agree with you on that because things do ebb and flow.
I will say
but also things can run concurrently.
We'll know when Pokemon is finally losing steam when the card game, when kids aren't collecting the cards.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is we've seen multiple quote unquote Pokemon competitors and Pokemon killers try to come out. The only one that survived, and that's because they were around longer, I believe, than Pokemon, was Digimon. Yeah,
Digimon. Yeah.
Because there was a couple that came out that got real big real quick. Like there was one that came out called Yokai Watch, but it only got big in Japan.
I was going to say, but did you ever see the anime? It was fucking terrible.
I know, I didn't. I just saw references to it. I just know that it was a thing. I don't know exactly how it was, how good it was, or whatever.
It was...
It
was more childish than Pokemon, if you can believe that.
Yeah, I can. But then again, were you watching the dub or the sub?
I think it was the sub. My kids were watching it, and I was just like, this is... Like, you guys should go back to watching Pokemon, because this sucks.
Yeah, I mean, but that one caught on in Japan. They've released a number of games. I think they were all on the 3DS, but that's fine. That's where Pokemon got its start, was the handheld.
Yeah, and like I said, something will replace it. I don't know what that something is, but at some point, people get bored, and they move on to the new thing. It always happens.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying that Pokemon is still going strong with kids, so it's going to be a while. Like Power Rangers, after once that Power Rangers movie came out and kind of burnt out, it fell off a cliff fairly quick. That tends to be how things go.
I also think too, after the initial run, didn't they move Power Rangers off of the Fox network?
Well, that was one of the other problems. They stopped it. To this day, the networks giving up Saturday morning cartoons is one of the reasons I think that helped fracture TV viewing, is because kids got used to going to Cartoon Network or other places to watch their cartoons, whereas when we were younger, were trained to watch it on the networks, right?
Yeah, CBS, ABC, and NBC.
Fox.
And you knew the Saturday morning lineup of all three. You're like, all right, at 9 I'm gonna watch this on this channel. Yep. Then at 9:30 this is on this other channel. Then I got to switch over to this channel at 10 because I like that one.
And we also had after-school blocks from like 3 to 4:30.
When I was growing up, there was no Fox.
I always forget that Imp was like ancient.
It was just the three major networks. Fox was a channel, but they weren't. No, at the time.
Fox started in 1987, so
yeah, there's a few years of me being alive that there was no Fox at all. But even then, when they started, they weren't doing Saturday morning cartoons.
I grew up out in the country when signals were still analogs, so like I didn't have Fox either. Like
You just
if
had the radio. He had
if
the
you had
long-wave
really
radio.
if the ionosphere had the perfect conditions and we adjusted the antenna just right, you could kind of get Fox. But most of the time, nah.
That reminds me, remember that was a running joke in the Married with Children when Al would be like, assume Fox viewing positions, and everybody in the house had to grab like an antenna piece and like randomly move so he could watch Fox.
Yeah.
So he could watch Psycho Dad, which is one of the funniest shows fake shows they reference in Married with Children. I miss Married with Children. That was such a good show.
Probably
But
couldn't make
Mike
it
is
now.
absolutely right about the rotating through the networks.
Yep.
It was exactly that.
Yeah, I would remember because you'd have Gummy Bears on ABC. Eventually Fox had X-Men. I believe
That was I remember seeing that when I got home from school.
they aired
not in
it
the
on
morning.
they aired it on afternoons, the Fox Kids afternoon, and then they would usually, once it was into its seasons, they would put new episodes on like Saturday. And then I think, what did NBC had? NBC was the first one that got out of the kids programming. Brandon Tartikoff, they put on Saved by the Bell, and it did so well they decided we're going to try to get teens watching NBC. So that's when they did California Dreams, the Saved by the Bell spinoff. There was a couple of them. And then they did the new Saved by the Bell class, and then they tried to put the regular Saved by the Bell kids on prime time, which failed. It was interesting. I want to say ABC and Fox were the last holdouts, and ABC was a holdout because Disney owned them, so they put all the Disney cartoons on there, and Fox, had a lot of the Japanese stuff coming in. They did, Digimon. I think they also had, was Fox, did they have Yu-Gi-Oh, or was that CW?
I have no idea.
I think it was Fox.
Yeah.
At that point,
it
I was
was.
buying it on DVD, so it didn't matter. I have I have the first 52 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh
So
on
the
DVD.
first-
2 seasons.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's the first season where he's out on the island, and then the second season where he does dungeon dice.
Couldn't tell you. Never watched a single episode.
It's not much good after that, but those first 2 seasons are really good, especially in the first season. Because Yu-Gi-Oh was like the first card one, and I remember watching and being like, "This is Magic the Gathering. They're playing fucking Magic the Gathering," and I liked it. So
Yeah, so it was I think this is good for Palworld. At the very least, like, this kind of thing is probably, like Slender was saying, it's going to make their allies feel very confident investing in them going forward, that they're going to be able to defend it just fine.
well, and they're actually I don't know if Nintendo realizes this, right? But they are causing a bit of a Streisand effect. Like, there are a lot of people who are just checking out Palworld or supporting Palworld as a fuck you to Nintendo at this point.
Yeah, there is.
Like, this, if they'd have just ignored this game, it might have faded. It might have just faded away.
I think them initially going after them also caused people to pay more attention to what they were saying about the Switch 2. Mm-hmm. And what they then turned around, what they said about the Switch 2, made people go, okay, we're going to be keeping an eye on Nintendo going forward.
Yep.
And it's all just one big circular Streisand effect, and it's not a good one.
Yeah. And they deserve it. Don't be a dick.
Yep, I mean, that should be the number one thing. It didn't really. It didn't cost them anything to let that go. I know that they were like, we have to defend the brand.
You know a better way to defend your brand? Make it better than the
better
competition.
product. Yeah.
Yep.
Stop worrying about stopping the competition and, work on your product. Make your product better.
Yep.
Why was the Super Nintendo like one of the most dominant consoles in the history of consoles? Because it was better than anything else on the fucking market. It blew everything out of the water when it first hit the market.
Only for them to get slapped around 2 generations in a row by Sony.
Yep.
Because they got
And they had my loyalty. I was an N64 guy, and then I was a GameCube guy, and then I was like, man, those PlayStation games are looking awesome. I should get a PlayStation.
The Nintendo innovated. I didn't like the way they innovated, but a lot of people did.
What, with the Switch?
No, the Wii.
The Wii.
I actually really liked the GameCube with the tiny little CDs.
No, the GameCube was a great console.
GameCube was fine.
Yeah, it was. That was the problem. It wasn't anything special, but it was good.
Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah, so which is fine, but they got arrogant with the N64 coming out. Like, oh well, we don't want people to pirate our games. Like, look, that might be a big deal over in Asia at that point. Really didn't start getting that big over here yet. So keep forcing everybody to use a cartridge and being absolute bastards about things. Like, oh no, if you put a game out for us, you have to completely put out a different version for any other console. It can't be the same game. They did, ease up on that later on. When they were like, oh yeah, Capcom, please, can you give us Resident Evil, please?
When Slender lost his face, he's never been better. They're overrated. Nobody needs them.
Yep. All right.
Faces?
So,
Yeah, faces.
Faces are useful sometimes, especially,
Why do you think they make masks?
they got us,
Nah.
hot girls have got to have somewhere to sit.
yeah, hot girls, whatever. So this was the trailer, by the way, Slender. We'll watch it real quick because it's pretty good.
What's this?
Back
This
on the
is-
hall.
Okay.
Yep.
Well done, Father.
England, 1931. Welcome to Fackham Hall, home to Davenport's.
It was an incestuous
One of us.
something or other.
By the way, is this the kid from Harry Potter grown up?
Yeah, that's Felton.
Yep. Okay.
Children is to beware.
Wasn't he Draco Malfoy?
Yes.
Yep.
Damian Lewis is the
It was a
lead.
different
They
time,
got winners.
simpler time.
Good for him.
Yes.
You're here for the position of hall boy, is that right?
You've brought all the wine out from the cellar
Yes, Mom.
and closed the cellar hatch.
A time of manners.
Stop gawking
see-
and do your job.
It's when people you can mock still mock are the aristocracy.
What is that you're reading?
It's a tale of forbidden love.
One shade.
One shade of gray.
Only 48 to go.
And a time of murder.
Well, that's a bit of a plot reveal.
I'm here regarding the murder of Lord Davenport. I'm afraid you're too late. Someone's already done it. I believe the murderer to be in this room. I shall be watching you all. And if there's anything out of the ordinary, you can
Got
keep
the
down
Perot
your
mustache.
I'll notice it. If you want a real suspect,
Peacock and
try to
Sleater.
look into that orphan boy.
Very dry humor.
Well,
That's Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
He's the writer.
Okay, we gotta watch this.
Because I'm late for school.
Same.
What on God's flat earth is going on?
Oh well.
Chimney
late
sweeps.
To London's oldest ever chimney sweep.
He lived till he was 7.
7.
How does anyone know when they're in love?
Maybe there's just something in the air. Fuck 'em all. Precisely.
God is there shining a light. And today, he's shining a light for these two our souls. And today, he's shining a light for these two. Our souls are eternally in his
That's very Python. Yeah. You see, you're still allowed to make fun of things like the British aristocracy. Yet that's acceptable.
That's pretty good. I really want to see that.
I think Jimmy Carr is one of the best stand-ups right now. So
Jimmy Carr is fucking hysterical.
yeah, so I will definitely be seeing it, even though it is cornier than most of the things I like to watch.
It felt like an interesting mix between like a Mel Brooks flick and a Python flick.
There's a touch of Python, and
Yeah,
but
there's
you
definitely
can't get
a
away
touch of
from that in
Python,
British
yeah.
comedy. Yeah.
And Downton Abbey and Agatha Christie.
Yes. And Poirot. There's a bit of a spoof of Poirot going on there too.
Well, they even said in one of the captions was from the creators who watched the first 2 seasons of Downton
Just the
Abbey.
first 2 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a nice throwback comedy where they might not be afraid, and maybe that's what 70's saying, is that because it's British aristocracy, they feel free
It's
to
fair
make fun
game.
of it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
There's nobody to offend. You can't offend anybody.
we went and saw. I mean, Naked Gun, the new Naked,
Naked
Gun,
Gun
was
wasn't that
actually
bad.
pretty funny, and I think so. Maybe tentatively, comedy's
And,
possibly making a comeback.
If we keep supporting these things, it will. You got to get out there and watch them, though. Demonstrate unto them that this is what you want.
Give it to us.
Yes. Side note: I gotta step away. I need to get a lidocaine patch. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Step away.
Gotcha. All
Beat
right,
it.
now, keeping my habit of sharing and us looking at occasionally interesting sports clips, this one was getting shared. So that's Bijan Robinson, famously now of the Atlanta Falcons. Now watch this hit in slow motion and see if you ever want to let your kids play football. He goes to hurdle the defender.
Oh,
Wait for it.
Helicopter.
Wait, no. It gets speared, and then
oh right.
look at how he bends.
Holy shit.
Oh. Human
Let's hope
body's
he's
not
flexible.
supposed to bend like that.
Let's hope
You're
he's
not
flexible.
supposed to see your heels from that angle.
Not if you're a dude.
No, women maybe.
And then immediately flops back. And then like the ball comes out, and it was like, I don't blame him. There's like times when you're like, man, you shouldn't have fumbled. You need to be able to take that hit. And there's times you're like, yeah, I get
I
it.
mean, look at the bend in his
I get it
back at this point.
100%.
In the head.
Actually,
you
it
see-
looks like he had the elbow down before the ball came out.
That's true. It probably would have been down. Forward progress. He gets the first down. And then it's just, no.
God, that
Chad
hurts more than
just
some of
likes
the
showing
botches
it.
I've seen in wrestling over the years.
It's just crazy to think. And this is him in college. He's now a Pro Bowler in the NFL. He didn't lose his career. He's still walking.
Or his ability to walk.
Or his
Yeah.
ability to walk. And then what's worse is more defenders are collapsing to just hit him more. It's like, what is it? The Simpsons? Stop it. He's already dead.
He's already dead.
So it's when I see these clips, I'm like, wow. I completely forget sometimes. And you're like, and then you see guys who just rupture their Achilles just walking backwards a step, not even running. And you're like, how is it that guy got up and walked off the field, and the other person, and you're now out for the season?
Well, how many times now have you seen wrestlers rupture a quad getting into the ring? It's been
Yeah.
multiple.
Triple H did it multiple times himself.
Well,
didn't
from
he?
what a couple of guys have also said too, it depends because they might have accidentally smacked their leg into the ring apron as they're getting in, and there's no padding on those edges.
Right.
All right.
So that combined with the forward motion that they're going with could actually lead to part of it. But for the guys who are doing it multiple times, like you said, Triple H.
So here's
That's an issue.
Here's another Halloween costume. The post on X for this one is, if you don't get this costume, we can't be friends.
Finkel and Einhorn.
Finkel is Ironhorn. Oh God. God help us if you try to make that joke today. The whole thing of like Jim Carrey using a plunger to make himself vomit after realizing he kissed.
That's
I don't know. They'd be like, "You're so transphobic." By the way, this is not a picture of the dude who, of a modern trans. This is a reference to Ace Ventura, which is again one of the comedies we just couldn't have today. No fun, people. The best part about that is when he
your
does the
gun
reveal.
is pressing into my leg.
When he does the reveal in front of the whole police department,
And all
they
the
all
police
start
go
throwing up
washing their
they're all
mouths out.
sticking their fingers.
because they're all disgusted.
No, they all made out with her.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah.
They're all disgusted at having made out with. Copied. This is Ace Ventura, Finkel's Einhorn. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it because it'll be new to you and you'll laugh your ass off.
Who couldn't have seen that movie?
Be surprised.
What did it come out like 94?
Oh God,
Yeah,
90s.
somewhere around there.
90s.
Yeah, 93, 94.
1994, because it was right before Friends, or the same year, because Courtney Cox
Courtney
was
Cox.
in that one, and it was
94.
before she was like famous for anything.
Well, she had been in the Springsteen, video.
That was it. Yeah. I think she'd been in.
She had been in Masters of the Universe as well.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and you should be in a
Yeah,
canon
she was
film.
also in Misfits of Science, which is a very underrated 80s TV show. Got canceled very early on.
She'd been
its
in
run.
2 canon films before that. Masters of the Universe and Down Twisted was before that, which is
Down
a lesser known movie.
Yeah. I remember she was also in Mr. Destiny, which is a very quality
That
movie.
was before Ace Ventura. Yeah,
Yep, where she was the
Jim Belushi.
angry mistress. If you haven't watched Mr. Destiny, it's a very good movie. It's 70s. You've seen it, right?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Michael Caine. He's in it.
Yeah, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
You missed the ball, but this time you hit it for a home run. Led to a whole new series of events.
It's not a bad movie.
It's actually it's very life affirming, and it's probably one of the best Linda Hamilton has looked in a movie because they
probably.
decided to let her be feminine.
Oh, John Lovitz. I forgot he was in that. The only guy that survived the SNL bloodbath here.
That's true.
We were just talking. My wife and I were talking about that tonight while we were out walking the dog. Was saying, who was the one guy that survived? It was John Lovitz, wasn't it? Because he did the
Sequoia.
I got 1,000 pieces of mail here that say you stink.
Acting.
I am an actor.
What's the word on the street?
Wasn't he the voice on The Critic?
Yes, it stinks. It is interesting. That show was it was one of those weird shows where it started on ABC, then it ended up on Fox, and then they actually did a crossover with The Simpsons. Once it moved to Fox, it just never caught on. They kept trying to make it happen. It was like Fetch.
It could be funny, though. Just not often.
The thing that made me laugh the most in the entire run of that show was the like Jurassic Park 2 thing, where it's like the dinosaurs are you can't lock a raptor in a room, it's too smart for that. And you see it banging the key out of the hole, pulling it under with like a newspaper, and be like, we fashioned a crude suspension bridge and I will be living under the assumed name, but perhaps I've said too much.
My favorite was when they're on the plane, and the I think it's what the main character's dad, who was almost talked like George Bush, Senior, and he sees that there's a penguin in the pilot seat, and then he looks up from his coffee and he's like, "Wait a second, penguins don't fly. Penguins don't fly."
Joke works on multiple levels.
Yeah.
It had moments, but it never really put it together enough to do,
Yeah, it
really
was
do anything.
it was like a lot of the shows at the time, like the one with Bobcat Goldthwait and what's her face, the hot chick, Nikki something, or Beekman's World. There were just weird shows on that you would catch, sometimes, but nobody was sitting down to actually watch those shows. If it just happened to be on, you might watch it for a few minutes.
So yeah, ABC tried briefly to have like adult animated stuff. They did that. They did The Critic. They also, that was when they did the Clerks cartoon for like 4 episodes.
They couldn't compete with Cartoon Network though.
Well, even it was
Home
Fox.
movies. I freaking loved home movies.
Fox is like the only traditional network that's ever really committed to animation as a prime time program.
Yeah, but Cartoon Network had Adult Swim. It was so good. Space Ghost Coast to Coast, home movies. Did anyone ever see what was the one about the barbarian?
Thundar?
No, it wasn't Thundar. It was something else.
Conan?
It was making fun of Conan.
I think that was an ABC, not a Fox one. It was on Fox briefly, but it got canceled.
I'm looking it up. I'm trying it.
Korgoth of Barbaria. That was a fantastic
Not
show.
Conehead the Barbiturate. That's a
No,
different thing.
Korgoth of Barbaria.
Korgoth.
He despises all practitioners of the
There was
dark
Norman
arts.
the Barbarian in National Lampoon, which parodied both Conan and articles by Norman Mailer. It's a bit of a mix.
And then
Copy
I'm
saying
sure.
Adult Swim was the introduction to anime for her.
Yeah.
Would you guys have considered Eon Flux to be anime?
No.
No. It was actually more in the vein of European, like heavy metal style animation.
Wasn't it French anyways?
Yeah, I think it was
I don't know.
French. So it was like
It
metal.
sure seemed French.
Metal Hurlon, as it's called over there.
Hurlant.
Heavy metal. Yeah. It's or as the not Simpsons, South Park made fun of it, awesome boobage. As we all remember, the heavy metal animated movie was just animated boobs all over the place.
The best heavy metal animated series was Metalocalypse.
Oh, I love that.
Indeed.
I fucking love that show. I was so sad that they never finished it. I was like, it's getting really good, and they're not doing another season? This is bullshit.
So
Then
now,
make one yourself.
so by the way, if you want to know what the heavy metal animated movie was like, it'd be like seeing Sydney Sweeney animated. That's basically what that is for. That's 70s. Would you agree? That's basically
Pretty much.
the style of heavy
We're
metal.
getting demonetized for this.
We were never monetized. This might get us more subs.
The
If
good
you
thing
like
about
the,
the final
if you
sequence
like-
of the heavy metal movie is she's actually putting more clothes on as it goes on.
I mean, technically, she's wearing
Yeah, she did.
clothes, Slender, so it's fine. And if you like this, please subscribe to Ascendant Art. We, for some reason, lost a couple subs this week. We went down a couple.
It was probably Slender being on the Christian panel.
We lost a couple episodes is what happened. What are we at right now?
326.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's still over 100 episodes to go.
Yep. So we want to keep growing, just like Sydney Sweeney's career. We want to be ample, and
Well,
good to go.
Sydney Sweeney's career keeps me growing, that's for sure.
I can see your chats. I think she would be monetized instantly if she had a YouTube channel, if she doesn't already. It reminds me when Brie Larson made a YouTube channel and then like because she had no idea, just showed her feet. And it was like, you know what you're doing to get subs. Look, awesome one. I was talking about boobs throughout the chat. Copied. She's probably chilly. She doesn't look that cold.
The dress would be pointier if she was chilly.
Yeah.
Dude, so I just pulled up, I tried to see if Sydney Sweeney had a YouTube channel, And so I type in Sydney Sweeney. It's nothing but shorts with her in outfits that are highly revealing.
Most of them are probably AI too.
And what Slender's like, I don't regret the search. Not
No, I don't
once.
regret the search.
Slender
at all.
immediately sub.
God bless America. Yeah. Oh, she had a movie that came out, and I did not care. But it was
Because
it was
she's
the
not a
one
good
where-
actress.
yeah. You're right.
She's
But
really not good.
I think she's smart. What she's got going for her is she's smart. She's moving into producing, and that way she can do
Well,
things
she has
like
a production
this.
company. Yeah,
Yeah.
she can do things like this. Is that what you said?
Yeah, and well, that she can do stuff like this and not be punished because Hollywood doesn't like her because she's making money on the behind the scenes side where they're producing films where she doesn't even have to be in it. One of the people who's actually pretty successful as a producer is Brad Pitt. You don't realize that most of his success has come lately because he runs Plan B, which is the production company he started with Jennifer Aniston. When they got divorced, he kept it, and she moved on. And Plan B, he's actually won Academy Awards for Best Picture, like because Plan B makes these movies. He does really well as a producer, and then he can just do what he wants, acting, take bit parts, or do silly things. So, I think she's being smarter than the average actress in that she's getting early on into producing so that she's got a career beyond her looks.
Yeah, and she's also not worried about the male gaze. She welcomes it.
Did you guys cover this on Comic Show last night?
No,
Why?
because I'm not sure that the picture had come out yet.
Oh, no, it's been out for like 2 days.
Had it?
Yeah, I bookmarked it for you for our show very
Oh, I
early.
think comics just decided that it was too close to nudity.
She's wearing a top. I would make the argument. I would appeal.
There's just a hint of areola.
I mean, you would have to peel to get that thing off of
I
her.
think that's just the angle of the light. There's no nudity there.
Yeah, Michael Knowles covered it with Jack Posobiec.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
He did
this is
blur
one
it.
of- I mean, she's very savvy. Yeah, she's got two things going for her, and savviness is one of them. No, I mean, she knows how to get attention. There's a clip out where she's there was a joke. It was her reading a thing where it was a comment, and she said it was like Sydney Sweeney's only famous because she's blonde and has big tits, and she's like, well, that's not right. I'm actually a brunette.
I think the shorter haircut helps her with the facial issues that I've brought up before. I think she looks much better with her hair framing her face than she did with long hair.
You
And
think
I
it
typically
smooths it
like
out?
long hair.
I've never looked at her face.
She has a
Watched
face?
movies.
Here you go. This is we'll give Brahma the full frontal to see if he believes that still, because this, all right, so that's not at an angle, so this is just front on. Do you still think the shorter hair helps?
Yeah.
I think
I
he's
think
right.
it looks better on her. But I mean, that's not the issue that I've always had with her. The issue I've had with her is just something always seems off in her eyes.
There is something about her face. It's
The
quite
Soul Assassin said,
right.
"What will you grab first if she has short hair?" And Brahma says, "Her ass." No. I mean, I think she's smart. I think this is one of those things. She's got a new movie coming out where she's trying to show off being an actress. She plays a female boxer. They ugly her up for the movie.
A
They
lot.
put her-
She
and
bulked
so-
up a lot.
Yeah, so what does she do right before the movie? She puts out something to make people remember how hot she is. and also get
Yeah,
attention
remember,
for the
this is what
movie.
I look like now. Plus, she said her boobs got bigger as she bulked up, and they stayed.
I mean, sometimes you want proof there's a God, and you get it.
Well, her ex-boyfriend doesn't feel the same way.
Who's her ex-boyfriend?
Some guy that I thought she was engaged and then broke off the engagement, and now she's engaged to a guy who's like our age. Well, our age being me, you, and Slender.
That's true. It was a little. I mean, Imp is like 70, so it's.
And 70s
And
is
he-
like 80.
Imp is like 70 and he could be my son.
Don't you put
Eric,
that on me?
Eric says, Eric agrees the hairstyle works, for her better. So if I work out, I'll grow boobs. It is true. As a man, if you work out, your pecs will get bigger.
They will.
But she also packed on about 30 pounds. It wasn't just muscle.
I mean,
So
there's
some of
nothing-
that probably went to the boobs.
Well, that's
Because that's
women-
obviously where she stores her fat.
Well, this is where it's important. Women generally look a little better. Look, you don't want to go fat, but you don't want to be like a rail.
You don't
either.
want to be
You've gotta-
Ariana Grande in any way.
Yeah, you've got to have. I mean, what are boobs? They're fat, right? So you can't.
Once you go fat, you'll never go back.
You need to have a certain level of body fat to be able to sustain the hot chest if you're a girl, and you can't. You otherwise, like Brahma said, you'll be Ariana Grande, and you'll need a sandwich to just stop. I don't want you in any way as a woman have a sandwich because I feel like you're gonna die if you don't eat. She's going the what was the girl from? She's going the Karen Carpenter route, and it's not very good.
Yep. Her and her co-star, Cynthia Erivo, or whatever her name is.
If only Karen Carpenter and Mama Cass had hung out together, we'd still have two singers.
Karen could have taken that ham sandwich.
They might have had a positive influence on each other. Safe to say that most dudes on panel and chat are boob guys. I mean,
I think we're
Yeah.
getting back to the point where America is boob guys now again. Because we got away from it for a little bit because people kept telling us you're not supposed to like boobs anymore.
Yeah,
And they
Tommy-
kept giving us actresses that didn't have boobs.
the anorexic look is never attractive. That was one of the things I hated in the 90s was the
Yeah, counting ribs.
Kate Moss and the heroin chic looking models and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, Cindy Crawford was about as thin as I was comfortable with, and even she still had, a decent sized chest.
About the only really skinny chick that I thought was pretty good looking in the 90s was Fiona Apple. But she wasn't
she
like
was a
anorexic skinny.
'Cause she was a
felt like a
criminal?
criminal. Yeah.
It's funny because me and my wife were watching one of those, YouTube videos, I think Watch Mojo or whatever. They're always
Yeah.
on as a recommended. They always do
Screen
lists.
Rant, Watch Mojo. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was talking about Fiona Apple, and I was like, she had 2 songs and then disappeared. We're like, what the fuck ever happened to Fiona Apple? Because she did Criminal, and then she did the Across the Universe cover for Pleasantville. And those were the 2 hits I remember for Fiona Apple. Does
I don't
anybody?
remember the second one being a hit.
Yeah, oh yeah, Across the Universe was a hit.
No, I don't even remember the song.
From the Beatles.
It's a Beatles song.
Yeah. You don't know Across the Universe from the Beatles?
Don't think so.
Ugh.
But I'm not a Beatles fan.
What's
Zeppelin.
wrong with you? You can like both. You don't have to be a dick about it. The Beatles are great. Zeppelin's great. You can like both.
Not a fan of the Beatles.
Are they too popular universally and you got to be a hipster and say you don't like them?
No, I grew up listening to oldies and got overplayed on them. Never had any want to go revisit them after I got out of oldies.
70s, help me.
Brahma hates babies, flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Imp, do
to
you
each,
hate the
to
Beatles
each
too?
their own. I don't
I
think
hate
Brahma
them.
underestimates their
I didn't
influence.
say
He
I
just
hate
doesn't
them. I
like
said I don't like the Beatles.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not a
He
fan
doesn't like
either.
their music, is what he's saying.
Not a big fan myself.
They don't like you much either.
Eric is going post Yoko Beatles versus pre Yoko Beatles. I mean, you still had Paul McCartney writing music too, so they were still.
6 fucking bullets, not one hits Yoko.
Hey Jude.
I also
is
don't
fantastic.
like the Stones. I don't like the Grateful Dead. I don't like Kiss.
Nobody likes the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And anyone who says they do is a liar.
It's like people who say they like Fish. Nobody actually like.
Nobody likes jam bands.
There's all those people who are just high as F and go see these jam bands. It's all it is an excuse to travel around and get high. It's not because the music is good.
As if anyone needed an excuse.
Oh man, even Copied isn't a fan. Like, what is? I'm not old enough to have listened to them live, but the Beatles music is great. I fairly universally accessible. There's like whether you do early where they were just full on poppy with Hold Your Hand, or you start going into more of their experimental stuff. I mean,
There are individual songs I like. Yes,
Long and Winding Road is amazing.
The Ruttles were good.
You know. Now,
Speaking of music, I got a text today from a buddy of mine. He walked into a grocery store in my area. And you've heard me comment about the various things that play, at least at my job. I have yet to hear Master of Puppets.
Can't you just be the one that gets that and put in there to play that? I mean, if you
how about Raining Blood?
No, I mean, I've heard some, slightly heavier stuff, like Paranoid by Black Sabbath, but Master
Well,
of
that's seen as a
Puppets?
pop oldie now.
Yeah.
That's so old.
But
Yeah.
Master of Puppets? Really? Unless it was because it's Halloween. I don't know, but
my mom went to a TCU basketball game yesterday, and a song came on, and she knew it, and was like bopping her head with it. And my dad was like, "How do you know this song?" And she was like, "Well, your son made me listen to it over and over and over, and I kind of like it." So she called me because she couldn't figure out what it was. She calls me the next day and just goes, "We haven't talked in like 3 weeks." She goes, "I need you to think of the name of a song. It's about a nightmare. It's kind of heavy." I was like, okay. I was like, "It's about a nightmare.
Enter
I can think
Sandman."
of." Yep, it was Enter Sandman.
That's the first thing that comes to mind.
I was going, what songs would they play in an arena? Enter Sandman. I was like, did it start out with a poem?
It
Or
would,
do they
it would be welcome to my nightmare.
Bedtime prayer?
Did they think they were the Virginia Tech Hokies? I mean,
I don't know. But yeah, got it on first guess, just like 70s did.
But, I mean,
She was like,
Enter
"Yep, that's
Sandman's
it."
Pop now. Enter
right,
Sandman's
here we
a pop hit now.
what's there? Hard Day's Night. Great song. Do you like that song?
You're going to be here
Not
for
really.
a long time.
we're
if
not
you're
going through their
them,
entire goddamn catalog, Chad.
Because it's
If we're going to go through them
across
alphabetically,
there's Across the Universe, which is a great song. All You Need Is Love. Great song. You know, I'm skipping things on purpose. Lucy
Back
in
in
the
the
Sky with
USSR.
Diamonds. Back in the USSR.
I'll take William Shatner's version of Lucy in the Sky over the Beatles
Lucy.
any day.
Oh,
The girl with kaleidoscope
Birthday's a great song.
eyes.
Can't Buy Me Love. Come on, that's a great.
I
classic.
prefer the Ruttles version. Can't buy me lunch.
Come Together, which has been covered by tons of people.
Right now.
Day
Day Tripper.
Tripper.
Gay Stripper. That's a great one. Gay Stripper.
Day Tripper is
Day
great.
Tripper. Dear Prudence is good. You're going too fast.
I'm trying, well, because Imp has made me now think we're, Eleanor Rigby.
Eric, that was my first thought too, was Avenged Sevenfold. But they don't play that in arenas.
No. From Defense, Get Back.
Get
That's
black.
great.
Hey, hang on. Slumbers is nice. Got to Get You Into My Life. That's a great record.
Hello, Goodbye. I mean, aside from there's the
Helter
Helter Skelter,
Skelter,
which has
brilliant.
socioeconomic and societal connotations to it now, thanks to a certain dude in
Helter Skelter.
California.
Proto Thrash.
Yeah.
Here Comes the Sun.
Yep.
Proto, I said. Proto.
I Am the Walrus, just because it's funny. Cuckoo Cuckoo.
Wow, even Smokey's giving you shit now.
I want to hold your hand. What is Smokey? Chad, just stop. The Beatles are overrated. You guys can all fuck off. Taking things that are universally beloved. Why don't you all go just listen to a mumbly Bruce Springsteen and pretend you're hipster assholes?
I'm Down's a great record.
Look, if anybody has any sort of right being called a hipster, unfortunately, it's me. Fuck
feeling deep inside. Oh.
Let It Be? I mean, come on, Let It Be.
Yeah, even I'm bored with that one.
Long and Winding Road, that's one of my favorites. Right
The
there.
Long and Winding Toad. Long Tall Paul's vocal on Long Tall Sally is one of the best ever.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Magical Mystery Tour.
Hey Bulldog, it was back there. That was a good one.
No, this is just... Alright, I'm going to stop because I'm going to keep going.
Oh,
Although
Paperback Writer
is Penny
Penny
Lane.
Lane is awesome.
There's a lot of...
Best one's yet to come though. Rain. Rain is my favorite.
Well, there's also... Now, this is one where I will give...
Slender, you need to stop vibrating. I can hear your finger over the end button.
I know, he wants to. But I was going to say...
He's not reached the 2 hour mark yet. We have to wait
No,
for 2 hours.
I was going to say the one Beatles song where I don't give them credit for making it an amazing song is with a little help from my friends. I think Joe Cocker owned that song. So... And he completely, to the point where when you hear the Beatles one by Ringo, you think that's the cover because it's because it's so different. But so I'll give that one was better where it wasn't the Beatles.
I think Jackal did I Am the Walrus better.
I'll tell you another one where I think the covers... There's two where I think the cover is absolutely better than the original. And that's Hurt by Johnny Cash. Is just... I think even Reznor was like, nope, not my song
Reznor
anymore.
said it's his song now.
Yeah.
And Disturbed Sound of
and I was going to
Silence
say
was the better
Disturbed Sound of Silence.
That's definitely better. Yeah.
Because lyrically, I think the Disturbed version fits the lyrics much better. The way it's kind of got that anger, like the rage in the vocals, compared to the Simon and Garfunkel.
And the live version is actually better when they did the. I think it may have been Kimmel. I can't remember which show they did it on, but when Disturbed did the live version, he was actually very sick that night, so there's even more growl to him. It was the best version of that.
I was thinking of doing the show on best cover versions.
That would be a
one
fun
of my
show.
shows. Yeah.
I would say, like I said, Joe Cocker with Little Help My Friends is better, I think, than the original.
Nah.
Yes.
Never liked Joe Cocker.
How do you not like that song? His version
Never
of
liked
that.
to do it. Nah,
Do you-
he's just...
Chad gets personally offended when you don't like something that he likes.
Well, no. I get personally offended when you don't like things that are good. And Joe Cocker's version of With Little Help My Friends. I mean, just go back to the opening of Wonder Years. Everybody loved it. So kiss my ass. It's universally beloved.
I think Toadies did a great version of Heart of Glass. Faith No More did a great version of Easy.
Heart of Glass was...
What was that, Imp?
You should answer Copy's question.
What? All right, was Chad a used car salesman at some point?
You know that Jimmy Page played on that with a little help from my friends. Jimmy Page played the lead guitar in the studio version.
Nice.
With a little help from my friends.
That, I mean, the guitar riff is great. I mean, you hear as soon as you hear the guitar riff, you know the song that's coming. It's great. I'm sorry, it just is. Slender, do you not like that song?
Yeah.
From the Wonder, you remember the opening of the Wonder Years?
Yeah.
And I know Bride of Slender likes it because she watched the heck out of the Wonder Years.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, it's not a bad song. It definitely makes me think of the Wonder Years when I hear it, but like, it's not in any of my playlists.
And
You
are
can-
you also anti-Beatles too now? So
I've never been all that big on Beatles. You know that.
I know.
It's the hip position to take, Chad. It's the hip position. People
Or
are
some
I've
people
seen
just
as
don't
hip.
like the Beatles.
I don't care. I'm just having some
There's a
fun.
certain kind of happy I don't like in my music. Pop music fits into a lot of that, and has a lot of ska.
Ska's lovely. I like
I
madness.
like Jamaica ska from like Back to the Beach.
More
Yes,
like, you know,
exactly. Just like that.
Yeah, sure.
That's a movie I did recently in my show.
I know. That's why I referenced it. That was the first time I'd heard of ska, by the way, that movie, because I lived on the East Coast.
Even the
And
Beatles had some ska in their tracks
And
occasionally.
ska really didn't take hold over here. Although in the 90s, it had its moment. What was it? We had
Mighty
No
Mighty
Doubt,
Boss Tones.
the Ballstones.
See, that stuff had been around
Was
in
Real Big
Britain
Fish
since the
also
50s and
ska?
60s. I don't know.
Say what?
Real Big Fish. They were also ska, right?
I think so. And there was a whole bunch of Christian ska.
Christian ska.
Christian ska.
Yeah.
That was a real thing?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people who tried making Christian black metal. If you want to, for all sorts of, you guys
that be-
really missed the point on this.
Wouldn't that be white metal then?
Yes, that's what they were calling it too.
All right, okay.
And the whole idea lasted all of like 6 hours. You want to,
That's-
if you ever wanted to hear the internet collectively laugh at a group of people continuously without end, it was over that discussion.
I see.
There are definitely ways to miss the point, and then there's ways to completely overshoot and boomerang around and hit yourself with the point.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yes, most Christian music is cringe.
It's a lot like Christian filmmaking,
Mm-hmm.
where and this is no look. Good for them for putting their faith right in there. If you're going that overt with your message, it tends to drown out the musicality or the filmmaking. I think you've got to be more. You got to lean towards
Which
that
comes
one.
first, the
You
message
got to
or
go
the
cre-
music? Yeah.
you got to go more Creed, where you're at least covering it a little bit so you can be mainstream successful. Because when you're going like full on Christian, I mean, I just can't forget the South Park out of my head when Carmen starts the Christian band. He's like, it sounds like you're in love with Jesus. Well, yeah, do you not love Jesus? Well, no. In love with Jesus, love Jesus. What's the deal? Because what was that? Faith plus one. That was the name.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and I think it's obvious when every couple years a Christian song will get some mainstream success, and it's usually because it's a song that has less overt
Jesus, take the wheel.
religious parts to it.
Country music is all that. Country's got all the. It's got all the best Christian
well,
songs.
country's a little different. There's usually songs more about drinking and
Oh God, yeah.
heartbreak and so much other things. All right, now we've kind of devolved into ascendant music. By the way, Slender, are you going to have your next section of story this week?
Yeah, I've already finished the editing that I wanted to do. I just got to record it over the weekend.
Hopefully
So
that'll
chapter 1 will happen Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
And there's a playlist that's now created for the Keeper's Cairn, so
Okay.
that when as Slender adds these audiobook segments, videos, we'll put them in that playlist so that you can go there if you want to listen to them in order easier. So you don't have to click around and look for the videos. You can go to the playlist and they'll be added in order as they're released, so that the playlist order should correspond to the story. Yay, which will be good. So eventually when it's complete, you can just click it and run through from that prologue all the way through. Good response from that first video, which was good because I know Slender put in a lot of effort and I think it came out pretty well. So I'm pleased that we're going to have that content continue for our chat. And if everybody can spread that around, like and share, get more subscribers so that we can make sure we're here long enough for the book to be finished. Because remember, if we keep the trend of losing subs, Slender's going to nuke the channel. And we won't. So if you like the story, go out there, and I'm gonna e-beg for the subscribers. Keep that going.
That's not really e-begging, though.
Sort of. But I'm going to e-beg even harder on Brahma's show on Sunday. Because he gets better numbers. And so we're going to do that. Although I love our chat. We have, for our size show, I think we have one of the more active and awesome chats around, which is great. So that finishes up our Halloween episode. Hopefully everybody had a good time. I know. Let's go around. Brahma 70s, are you guys doing your sporting show tonight?
Nope,
Or not
it's
tonight,
off
this
week.
weekend. This
Not
is
this
the off
weekend,
week.
no. Nope.
All right. Oh,
I thought
excellent.
you guys were
maybe-
on this weekend.
No, they were on
Oops.
last weekend.
I'll be
because
over in
Brahma joined
Snow-
us late. That's why, didn't we? Because we started playing something different than we switched to Dead by Daylight. If I
That's
remember
true.
correctly.
Yeah.
And as we close out the show, I'm going to put this back up for more subs. And Imp, is your metal channel or
I
side
haven't done
project channel?
anything in a couple of weeks. Me and Nick have just started plotting the next couple things we're going to be doing. So that probably be another week or two out.
And Sunday we've got special guests on the bullpen, Carrie Smith and Dr. Michael Jones.
Mike. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Diz.
Yeah, Jones.
I'll be on Snowed Up Cotton Council tomorrow, probably. And,
But you're not made of cotton.
But my alter ego is.
Yeah, but I
Jock
bet you can find a whole
McHugh.
lot of wool on them.
Jock McHugh. You will find wool all over
Only
him,
after
yes.
he's at a good time and below the waist.
Indeed. And that's why he wears a kilt, because the sheep don't like the sound of the zipper. Scares them off. Monday I'll just be doing a gaming stream on my channel.
By the way, I just noticed the YouTube stupid name thing, and that it's doing. I
It
think
just keeps popping back and
they
forth.
keep
between the
changing
two.
it back. Did you notice that, Slender? It's got all the random digits now after the people.
It's back to the
Yeah.
at.
I
It's
hate
so
it.
stupid. Yeah,
I
I don't
hate it.
know what YouTube is just screwing it up. But if you enjoyed the show, please get more people to subscribe if you can. Share it out, and if we are successful, we'll keep putting Sydney Sweeney's tits on screen. So there you go.
And
I'd
if
rather
not,
have them on. I'd
this'll
rather have
A Machiavelli production. The stream's now behind, but there's no need to be glum. We'll return with more jests, with humor to come. So click that damn subscribe and let the good vibes thrive. For the next grand stream, we'll surely jive.
Ascend and I, we've charted the spree with synapses sparking, hilarity you can't believe.
You brought your joy, so now you must go. But keep the party in your heart, yo. Keep the giggles, keep the banter, keep the screens delight. Until our next stream, keep the fun in sight. In this virtual voyage where streams do end, remember with ascendant art, we'll always fucking ascend. Oops, we forgot about Imp, he's bound to reappear. With chaos in his wake, all we can do is persevere. Are you happy now, Imp?